whether we can say that because Moody has said it and therefore that is the end, I think we can differ, because there are situations in the past where Moody has given ratings. It turned out to be the wrong thing. So we cannot put our hope on Moody's, especially when we are not aware whether this rating is solicited or unsolicited rating.
Clarify that for me. So when you say solicited or unsolicited, clarify that for me. What do you mean?
Yeah, solicited means that the state or the entity requiring the rating has asked the rating agency that do A, B, C, D for me. The unsolicited means that the rating agency is interested in this economy and has done it without recourse to any requirement or any anything that was given by the state or by the entity that is being rated. So what it means is that the state has no input into their rating the economy. That is what we call the unsolicited.
I see.
And they all have implications.
It does. I mean, what are the implications? If it was solicited, what is this implication?
So if it is solicited, the question one will be asking is that, is the rating driven by what is being exchanged for? Is the rating driven by what is being paid for? So that is what is very crucial when it is solicited. But when it is unsolicited, then one will assume that this is a general objective analysis of the work that has been done.
So just for clarity, if it's solicited, then there are questions about how objective the assessment and the review is.
Comes to question.
Comes into question. Okay. But is it standard practice that ratings agencies will review a rating based on solicitation from in this case, a state, a government? Is that something that happens? I thought they normally will do this based on their own independent, I guess, assessments.
Yeah, it is normal to ask for credit rating agencies to do this work for you.
Okay, so the state can actually make a request for that to happen.
Yeah, you can do that, and it does happen. So, for example, the government is going to a crucial election. So it can call on Moody's to do this for the government so that the output can be used for political purposes. So it is done all the time.
Hold on for me. What's your comment on that?
Well, I hold a different view on that.
Okay.
You see, those rating agencies are not Father Christmas. We should understand the terrain that we are operating from. You know, African continent is in such a way that to be on the Eurobond market, you know, they see the continent to be so dark. So before you can attract funds through bonds from the market, you should be open. And how would you be open? It's through this agency. So there's no single ratings that has gone on in Africa that is not solicited. In fact, if you look at the processes of, you know, ratings, first the country request. And when they request, the decision needs to come from the rating agency, whether they are indeed coming to rate the country or not. So for me, I think for that side, but as to whether the solicitation will call for, you know, will compromise credibility, right? I beg to differ also on that.
Why?
Because we just came out from, you know, this financial turmoils across the globe. And these rating agencies were the focus of most of these failures. And since then, there has been restructuring, there has been, you know, a way, you know, global awareness of these rating agencies, for which, you know, the society or the various, you know, stakeholders wants to make sure that they do the right thing. Apart from that, Ghana is just a small country. For rating agency like Moody's to compromise at that level.
But did we pay for them to rate us? I guess.
Oh yes, all the ratings and across Africa is always like that.
Good. So that's what Prof is saying. That, and he says we don't know for sure now how this came to be.
Exactly.
But his point is we paid for, and that's why he says solicited. If we paid for this to happen, how can, this is a
How can we be sure?
Yeah, I mean, this is a standard criteria and standard anywhere. The person you are assessing pays you to assess it.
Yeah.
How can your work or the findings be seen as objective?
That has been something that has been, that's always debatable.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt about that. It's always debatable.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the era that we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
That rating agencies like Moody's will compromise. Then it means what they're getting from here